Namaste, everybody. So please, can you switch off your mobile phones? And I'm sorry, we've had a little bit of a change here. Your Lord, we were supposed to be in room number 9, but the last minute they've given us this room, which, as you can see, there's so much demand for earthlings us to come here and to enjoy the celebrations of yoga. So, can everyone hear me? Yes, very good, thank you. Sorry the tightness of the space, but that's beyond our control. So we have a very short time, 2 hours will sort of run by very quickly. And we have a series of very key speakers. Can I please start off by introducing Lord Kulveer Ranger? He's very prominent member of the House of Lords, as you may be aware of, and he's going to kickstart this program by inviting all of you here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Amajit. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the House of Lords, House of Parliament, and what a day. What a day. International Yoga Day. Who has practiced today? Hands up. Excellent, excellent. And I'm very, very pleased to welcome you all here today. My name is Kulveer, Lord Ranger of Norwood. I'm really actually pleased to see all the school children here today. Which school are you from? Louder. Avanti. Where is that? Stanmore. Okay, so you've travelled far on the tube. Is it hot? Today's a day for hot yoga. No, look, firstly, again, welcome. It's a real privilege to have you here. And I say that it's a privilege, obviously I am here all the time, but it's always good to bring people into Parliament. This is your Parliament. It's your House of Parliament. It's where we make laws, where we try to do the best for people. In fact, I will apologize now. I will have to leave after this. I'm in the other end of the spectrum when it comes from yoga to finance as well. I have one foot in the finance bill right now in committee. But I wanted to step out of that because as much as money and finance and all of that regulatory stuff is important, you will know that our health, our well-being, our spirituality, our physicality is equally, if not more, well-being, important. What do they say? Health is wealth. So I find it quite ironic that right now I'm sitting 1 foot in the financial bill and 1 foot at the International Yoga Day gathering. But look, I've always said to Amajit, I'm 100% supportive of everything. Yes, exactly. 100% supportive of everything he does and the team do in championing not just yoga, but how we look after ourselves. It's not talked about enough. It's not championed enough. People think here we have to talk about serious things about the economy and, regulation and what's happening. But then when it comes down to it, and we're talking about, say, the NHS, spending all this money on medicines that will maybe make you feel better, probably just mask the challenge of what you're facing. But we are all turning more and more so. You can hear the cry to personal well-being. Now that's the current, phrase of it. Now in the 21st century, it's all about well-being. But the art of looking after oneself has been around a very long time. And I think people are waking up more and more to it. All I want to say is every one of you who in some small way plays a part in this activity, in supporting what can be done to help yourself, help your fellow human being, you're doing equally as much. That improves the economy, improves the environment, includes the phones going off. You are helping in every category. When we talk about the challenges that we face in the country today, it's the economy, but it's equally mental health. We all know that. This room is doing something to help in both of those areas, because if you increase and help mental health, you will increase and help the economy. It's that simple. So I'm delighted in any small way to support, to be here, and I wish you a great session. Thank you for coming. Come back again, and I'll come back again and hopefully spend more time with you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, your Lord, Lord Kulveer Ranger. So we want to start off our program. Normally, the way we start this is by an invocation, like a puja, like a prayer. And we have our wonderful friend from Germany, Sukadev ji. So I would like to ask Sukadev ji to join us and offer your wonderful invocation, Sukadev ji.
Thank you. So to start off with, let us all turn our attention inwards from all external that's going around us, and let us find that inner stillness that lies deep within each one of us. Today we are all gathered in order to celebrate the International Day of Yoga. Yoga, the union, the connection that we, each one of us, have. And that is the connection of the soul with the divine, the Supreme Soul. It's this connection that when we establish, we are able to nurture our soul. When the soul is nurtured with peace, with love, with happiness, wisdom, pity, light and might, then the soul becomes this, the form of peace, the form of joy, the form of happiness, the form of wisdom. So now, before we begin this meeting, let us all experience and feel that form, that roop of ours that is so prominent. If I care to focus my attention and experience. So just spend a few seconds observing your mind, your being of light, a being of love, being of joy. If I can maintain that inner stability and holding on to this, then I can radiate these vibrational energy from within into the universe, so that I can connect with all my soul's brothers that are around me, which will help me to restore harmony, unity, love with one another. I will say Om Shanti. Turn your attention inwards. Om meaning I am. Peace meaning Shanti. Shanti, peace. Let us be that peace once again, so that we can spread that peace wherever we go, and bless this day of International Day of Yoga. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So always privileged to have a delegation from the Brahma Kumaris here, supporting the wonderful work that the yoga needs to do. So may I please hand over the mic to the official chairman for this afternoon, this evening, Jess Atwal, Member of Parliament for Ilford East. So thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much, Bhai Sahab. Can I just say that there is no such thing as Ilford East. It's Ilford South. No problem. There's an Ilford North as well, and my neighbour is none other than the former Health Secretary, Wes Streeting. Can I welcome everyone today? Good evening. Thank you for being here today. It's been a very, very hot day. to celebrate International Yoga Day with the APPG for Indian Traditional Sciences. And what a day it's been in Parliament. The Prime Minister stepping down and almost, somebody else coming in. Seems like a coronation at the moment, but a week is a long time in politics, and there's still a few weeks to go yet. So who knows? Healthy living. Well, somebody thinks it's brilliant. Healthy living is deeply personal to me, and it's very important. Just yesterday, first of all, I just want to say that I'm going to be 63 years of age next month, and I'm very happy with that. Thank you. And yesterday, I cycled, because it was 20-year anniversary, I cycled the London to Brighton bike ride in the scorching heat, and because Elizabeth Line wasn't running, I cycled from my house in Seven Kings to Clapham Common as well. So all in all, it was about 108 kilometers in that scorching heat, which was very, very hot. And I think it's a very worthy cause with the Chart Foundation. But all I want to say is my relationship to health has not always been like this. It changed in 2023 with a precautionary test. I had no problems. I wanted to do things at a much higher level. I wanted to push myself, and I decided to just take a precautionary test. I did a CT angiogram, and the doctor said, I have no idea how you are surviving because your arteries are so badly clogged up. And that was a wake-up call for me. And so someone who's been fit and healthy, someone who the previous day to the test had done 85-mile bike ride. And he said, the only reason you're living is because your heart is so strong, it's pumping all the way around, and it's making sure the blood is getting to all the areas that it needs. But had I not taken that test, I probably would have been another statistic. And I've always been a keen cyclist, but one thing I want to say, I remember going to my doctor many, many years ago when my blood pressure was a little bit high. And he said to me, this is a medical doctor. I was expecting tablets, and he said to me, look, he goes, meditate, take up yoga. This was advice my GP gave me some 15, 20 years ago, way before. And I didn't take him up seriously. So I'm certainly very privileged that I've been surrounded by good advice. And that's why it's such a pleasure to welcome you all here today to an event focused on yoga and healthy living. Because if sport was a drug, it would be the most expensive drug in the world, and it would be mostly in demand. And I think yoga is that sport which really joins the soul, the body, everything together. So International Yoga Day is a chance to celebrate the enormous benefits of ancient Indian practice. And this year's theme for International Yoga Day is Yoga for Healthy Aging. So whether it's cycling or yoga, it is important to keep moving your body regardless of your age. I feel that the older I get, the more I've seen the results. Every day I've got fitter. I can cycle further. I can cycle faster. And I set myself a challenge. One day I set a challenge to cycle to Cambridge, and I did it. My next challenge was the following month to cycle to Cambridge and back, and I did that. So I think it's whatever you set yourself as a challenge, you will get there. So I think in the end, yoga, harmonious to the mind and body, connecting your consciousness with your body in a deep sense of tranquility. In Sikhi, we all also understand the importance of reaching that inner stillness through Naam Simran, meditating on the name of the Lord to ground our souls and recognize the oneness in everyone and everything, Ek Onkar. By setting aside some time in our day for quiet introspection, for meditation, for connecting with ourselves and our body, we become stronger and more grounded in everything that we do. But I know today we're joined by a brilliant range of speakers, MPs, peers, experts, and researchers. And of course, our friends at the Commission of India, the High Commission of India, Sri Lanka, Mauritius, Uganda. So I'll be gracefully pass on to them to speak a little bit more about the benefits and the importance of the International Yoga Day. And can I thank Amarjeet for making today happen, and thank you once again for being here today. Thank you very much. Can I welcome the Deputy High Commissioner, Karthik Pandey, to speak. His Excellency, thank you very much for attending.
I think Lord Ranger, who was with us for some time, MP Atwal, other present MPs, Lords, Ladies, High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, other members of the Diplomatic Corps, Mr. Amarjeet Bhamra, distinguished guests, and also those attending virtually. It is indeed a pleasure to witness this celebration of the 12th International Day of the Yoga by the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Indian Traditional Sciences. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi has often emphasized, yoga is not merely an exercise but a way of life, a holistic discipline that unites body and mind, harmonizes thought and action, and fosters balance between the individual and the wider world. In addition to being a physical exercise, yoga is also a journey towards emotional balance, physical well-being, and mental clarity. It helps us recognize and release stress through breath and awareness, bringing calm and inner strength. This year's theme, as I'm sure we all know, was Yoga for Healthy Aging, which reminds us that yoga is not limited by age or ability. It also evolves through life. Whether young or elderly, beginners or experienced practitioners, yoga offers tools to remain active, balanced, and mentally at ease. And I think we just heard, the Honorable MP speaking how exercise and also yoga and meditation changed his life. So there we have a practical example straight from the horse's mouth, so as to say. I'm also happy to state that the High Commission of India was able to organize 2 highly successful yoga events, the first one on the Strand and one yesterday at Holland Park. Distinguished guests, it is also equally delightful to see that alongside yoga, India possesses a remarkable heritage of traditional medicine, including Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and other indigenous systems of healthcare. These traditions are founded, like yoga, on a holistic understanding of health, emphasizing prevention, personalized care, healthy living, and harmony with nature. Today, as the global healthcare community increasingly recognizes the importance of preventive and integrative approaches, Indian traditional medicine offers valuable insights that complement advances in modern medicine. Its growing acceptance across the world reflects both its historical depth and contemporary relevance. I'm happy to see that the APPG on traditional medicine has interwoven the 2 strands. Coupled with this is the fact that the India and UK are also strengthening cooperation in traditional medicine through joint research, knowledge exchange, and evidence-based evaluation of systems such as Ayurveda and integrative healthcare approaches. Collaboration includes partnership between the Ministry of Ayush India and the leading UK academic institutions, including the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, where ongoing research is examining the role of traditional and indigenous health systems in public health and delivery. The future here, I think, is indeed bright. In conclusion, I once again thank the APPG for this initiative. As we commemorate the 12th International Day of Yoga, let us renew our commitment to promoting scientific research, fostering international collaboration, and preventing and preserving these invaluable traditions for future generations. By doing so, we contribute not only to healthier societies, but also to more balanced, peaceful, and a sustainable world. Thank you.
I just wanted to say a few words about the High Commissioner of Sri Lanka to the UK, Mr. Nimal Sendira, of all the good work that they're doing, and he obviously acknowledges the efforts of what's going on in the room, and certainly in the celebration of the International Yoga Day. Certainly, we want to reciprocate all the help that we're getting, and we will continue to lean on people with influence to try and get as much support as possible. Can I now call Dr. Rajweshwar Jita, the High Commissioner of Mauritius, to the UK?
Thank you very much, distinguished participant, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students. I'm probably not well placed to make a speech on yoga. I was quickly reading through ChatGPT, would you believe? And I found out that the core principles of yoga is unity. Well, I'm glad to see here that we are practicing it, and this is what Mauritius is about. Mauritius is about unity, harmony, and well-being. I'm glad that this APPG is doing this very important work here. I do not need to explain what yoga stands for. It is probably about 5,000 years of age, and I'm sure we have a lot to learn. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm quite glad to be in a meeting where the issue transcends borders, cultures, languages, and by the way, we speak French in Mauritius, and it can only be good to you. So I'd like to end here, and I'd like to thank the organizers and this gentle lady who's been walking around making sure that everybody has a bottle of water, all the learned dignitaries from Brahma Kumari, and everybody who's been associated with this very important meeting in one way or the other. Mauritius is grateful to you, and thank you for the invitation.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to move on to the High Commissioner of Uganda to the UK, which will be Miriam Otemgo. Is not the High Commissioner, but is the representative. So I wonder if I could ask her to say a few words.
Thank you very much. We really apologize for walking in a little bit late because we were expecting the High Commissioner herself to be here. She sends her great love, and she's with us in spirit of yoga. My name is Miriam Otengo. I'm a counselor handling global partnerships in health and education, commercial and economic diplomacy. I have my colleague, who is an administrator in the Office of the High Commissioner, Mr. Pista Kabweza, over there. Thank you. The Chair, APPG on India Traditional Sciences, distinguished members of Parliament, friends of the APPG on India Traditional Sciences, friends of India, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to join today as a speaker in this event of celebrating International Day of Yoga. On behalf of the government of Uganda and the people of Uganda, I extend our warm greetings to you all and my sincere gratitude to the APPG of India Sciences for convening this celebration of wellness, unity, and shared human heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, yoga is more than just a practice of posture. It is a timeless science of the mind, body, spirit. It teaches discipline, balance, and mindfulness. Values that universal and deeply resonate with all humanity. And as for an African, it so much resonates with our traditions of holistic well-being and community harmony. Yoga brings people together to celebrate humanity. Yoga brings people together to celebrate wellness and to share a purpose. Uganda, therefore, welcomes yoga as a bridge between people and culture. In our own context, as we implement the National Day of Yoga, we place great emphasis on human capital development, healthy and productive citizens, and mental well-being. A healthy population is a foundation for all transformations as we seek. When we practice yoga, we inform our body, we remind our conscious to a healthy being. We note with appreciation the India's leadership in the globalizing yoga through the United Nations has given the world to celebrate this together. It has given the world a practice that can help in the management of human health,
my phone.
non-communicable diseases prevention, and inner peace. This science, in its own trust of sense, it transcends all kind of medication. Friends, Uganda and India share a deep and enduring partnership, from trade and investment to education, health, and technology. Our cooperation continues to grow. Culture and wellness are now an important new pillar of our friendship and partnership. In Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, we have abundant natural space, our lakes, forests, and highlands that provides perfect settings for wellness, tourism, and retreats. We invite you and yoga practitioners, teachers, and wellness investors to explore the opportunity in the Pearl of Africa as a destination for this great wellness practice. As a practice together today, let us remember the central message of yoga that has been celebrated world over. The world is one family. Uganda subscribes fully to the philosophy. As I come to a close, I thank the team again for organizing this, for bringing us all together to be great ambassadors of wellness. You all have families, you have friends, you have institutions that you belong. Please take the great news and share. Let everybody practice a healthy well-being through the practice of yoga, which is freely given to you by nature. I say all this for God and my country. Thank you.
So, your lords and ladies and your excellencies, thank you. I just wanted to butt in, if I may. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. So, last year, under the auspices of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Indian Traditional Sciences, who have actually gathered all of us here today, is that we had a remarkable two-day event at the Khalsa Jatha, which is a Sikh temple, the oldest Sikh temple in the United Kingdom, and they hosted us for 2 days to negotiate and talk about how do we actually take yoga and Ayurveda into the NHS, because that's the end game, isn't it? Yeah. So we can speak about yoga here because everybody is practicing yoga, everybody loves yoga, but the idea is that how do we take this into the national health architecture of our nation here? And so that we can only do if we are actually, working together with the NHS. And you'll be very happy to know that, we had a very brilliant engagement. Dr. Suki Bamra is here, who was also did a presentation. Dr. Sanjay Kumarji is also is here, who did a marvelous presentation. So the idea is that we want to sort of take this because we have much interest, on the work that we're doing at the APPG on Indian Traditional Sciences, that Africa is a potential to actually look at the possibility of hosting the next integrative healthcare summit in Africa, and we would be delighted to work with the Honorable High Commissioner from Uganda. If they can host this marvelous event, because as you know, the government of India have dedicated department, a ministry for Ayush, as you know, which is the acronym for Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy, and so they're doing great work in India. But we also need to take this, to all different parts of the world. And I'm very, very confident that under our leadership of Member of Parliament Jess Atwal, that he will lead a delegation from here to Africa to actually surmount the challenges that Africa as a nation is facing, and how we can build up. The whole idea is that no system is better than the other. So what we need to do is we need to create a more pluralistic medical system. So we have an integrated system. So we have the best of allopathic systems, and we have the best of the traditional medicine systems. So I hope that with your permission, Chairman Jess Atwalji, that we would find ways with your help, with your support and your guidance, so that we're able to reach the destination of Africa next year at some stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think now, via Zoom, we got Professor Bhushan Patwaran. Would Dr. Bhushan speak?
Yogis who are today celebrating the 12th International Day of Yoga. One more thing I would like to add here. Every child is born as a yogi, but somehow we lose the path, we lose the touch of the beautiful humanness that we are endowed with when we came into this planet. Let us make together the world free of violence, stress, depression, anxiety, and bring more happiness and joy and help to our society.
Thank you. Can we now bring in Professor Tanuja Nasari on Zoom from New Delhi?
Can you hear me? Namaste to everyone. At the outset, I would like to congratulate and also thank all party parliamentary and special group for traditional medicine, Amarjit Bhamra ji, and online and offline. Pranam from Ministry of Ayush, Institute of Teaching and Research, which I am leading here, which is Institute of National Importance under the Ministry of Ayush. This year, and I wish everyone very happy International Yoga Day, 12th International Yoga Day. And this year, Ministry of Ayush and in India and around 210 places in the emissions, Yoga Day is being celebrated in Parliament in UK, London. This year's theme is Yoga for Healthy Aging. And as everyone says, and the honorable members and the esteemed members, they understand, yoga is the spiritual face of Ayurveda, and Ayurveda is a physical face of yoga. So together, and when we follow Ayur Yoga, it is the holistic well-being which is achieved. And as it is mentioned that yoga has to be become the, it is to be inculcated as a lifestyle. It should be the habit for everyone. Everyone should follow yoga, and that's why under the Ministry of Ayush, a special movement, a global movement for Yoga 365 Day is being initiated to become yoga as a habit. So everyone, every day, and every family in all the seasons should follow the yoga. Let yoga become the lifelong companion for achieving peace, harmony, health, and holistic well-being. And with this motto, if we also adopt healthy lifestyle, wholesome diet, a good thought process, and healthy routine along with the proper rest at night, I think we can avoid many more lifestyle disorders, stress-related disorders, and many disorders, as the research says that the yoga, when it is done with the outcome measure, it gives better outcome in many conditions like anxiety, depression, and it has deep epigenetic changes which really pays psychotropic hormones. This is what we have conducted research with the medical sciences. I would also like to state here that in India, it is the largest record, the Guinness record was done this year, as it is the largest movement by where every day a common yoga protocol, which includes all the yoga postures for the physical fitness, mental resilience, spiritual well-being, and creating the harmony, is being followed at one time on 21st June, on 20th June, and I am sure that inspires everyone to follow yoga, inculcate yoga in everyday's lifestyle. With all these good wishes, I invite everyone to have the research, the academic collaboration, as it is the Institute of National Importance, where we are the International Study Center, where students from 69 countries, they are studying official graduation, post-graduation research program, and we also have completed 25 years of yoga training. So I invite everyone to have the collaboration where yoga practice followed along with the conventional biomedicine, any health practices, it can be integrated and it gives a better outcome, and it is a patient-focused, outcome-based outcomes where even the disease condition, it is the better outcome. It helps in the prevention as well as holistic well-being. And the study says that, the review says in India, that the one who are practicing yoga 365 days, that really minimizes the out-of-pocket expenditure. To minimize out-of-pocket expenditure and the greatest toll on the society, on the government and on the self, I think yoga should become the practice and the habit in everyday life. And the health is my responsibility. So it is our responsibility to convince, create awareness for adopting these best practices. So thank you very much for creating and providing this platform as usual and every year. Thank you very much, Bhamraji, and all esteemed members for inviting me and giving opportunity. I consider this opportunity to Ayurveda, to Ministry, and also Institute of Teaching and Research in Ayurveda. Namaste.
Thank you very much. Now I have the pleasure in introducing two speakers, but certainly I was getting very excited about the Avanti School here because I was getting excited because we have an Avanti Court School in Ilford North, and we don't have a West Reading MP here. So luckily there's an Avanti school in Harrow, and we have the MP for Harrow, Mr. Bob Blackman. So I'm going to introduce Mr. Bob Blackman.
I think I'll be all right without the microphone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you all to Parliament. Indeed, of course, it's about as hot as it is in India. Yeah. And the bad news is it's going to get hotter this week. But good to see so many people here, and indeed that you've had to move rooms because there are too many people to the room that I originally went to and discovered that you weren't there. But a warm welcome to all the students from Avanti School. You're not quite right, sir. We don't have one Avanti school in Harrow, we have three. And that started as a primary school on Camrose Avenue. We then had a new school set up in Stanmore, in an old school that had finished. And of course now we have a state-of-the-art built school on playing fields, which now takes children from 4 to 18. So we have in Harrow certainly provided the facilities for Hindus to not only study but also get a first-rate education. And if I may say so, because I've obviously in my 16 years as a Member of Parliament visited all the schools in my constituency, I have to say that the standard of teaching and the standard of behaviour at Avanti schools is far better than any of the other schools. So that shows you if you have strong discipline and good teachers, then you learn even better and quicker. So I know, of course, we're celebrating International Yoga Day. I don't know if you were in the House on Thursday, but I drew attention to the fact that not only was it the International Day of Yoga on Sunday, but that we would be celebrating yoga in Parliament. I've got a few media requests to come along and see if we're going to get members of the House of Lords and members of the House of Commons to be practising yoga. But I did make the point that we're actually celebrating it, not necessarily participating in it. But I remember I was instrumental in setting up the first celebration in Parliament of International Yoga Day back in 2015, when Narendra Modi, as Prime Minister, set up International Yoga Day as India's gift to the world. We've gone a long way since then. Now yoga is part of what we do for our National Health Service. One of the things I always say about our National Health Service is it's far too often actually a get well service as opposed to actually encouraging people to look after their health in the first place. And as I said on Thursday, my doctor happens to be a Dr. Patel, my medical doctor, and when I had problems with my back and the neck, he said, what you need is some yoga stretches. So now every morning I do yoga stretches before I do anything else when I go in the morning. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I never suffer from back or neck problems again. So it demonstrates that. So obviously if you've got time you can do a much longer session, but for me it takes about 20 minutes and that's enough that sets me up for the day. And I encourage everyone to actually do this. We got some laughter, I have to say, in the chamber last Thursday because people still regard yoga as a bit of a joke. Well, it's not a joke. It's a way of encouraging people to be well for longer and live a much more flexible life. My mother-in-law, who is in her 90s, has been practicing yoga. She's not able to do the yoga she used to do, but she does chair yoga still, and that keeps her in very good health. And it demonstrates that what can be done, provided you get on and encourage people to do it. So for those, you're all converts to yoga if you're not all practitioners. But we need to preach this loud and clear to everyone who will participate. Because this is a way of enabling people to be healthier for longer and then take the pressure off the National Health Service to fix the problems that you can't fix through either yoga or mindfulness. So let's celebrate. I understand I've got a garland to the young students from Avanti School. Are they going to come up, or are we going to go down? I'm going down there. All right. So we're going to garland the students, and thank you for coming along. I just say a couple of quick words. Obviously, the relationship between India and the UK is growing ever stronger as time goes by. We must keep that working and keep going. We're at momentous times at the moment. We are going to end up with a new Prime Minister, whoever he or she may be. But equally, we're going to see many changes. The relationship between UK and India grows stronger literally year to year. And the work that we do in this place to bring people together is all important. So, Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Bob G. Bob, as you know, maybe some of you who may not know, was our co-chair of this very particular all-party parliamentary group on Indian traditional sciences until about a couple of years ago. And so, Bob, we're still here. We're still in the Houses of Parliament, and with your support and under the chairmanship of the Right Honourable John McDonnell and, of course, Jess Atwal MP, we are going, from strength, and we're very happy to re-invite you back to your old home here today. Thank you.
Well, if we change the rules here, then I can come back to the office.
Well, also, if I may, Your Excellencies, that if you remember, Bob, some years back, we were actually doing yoga outside in the Victoria Tower Gardens. And so there are some issues which I have spoken to you about this before, and also for your kind attention, Jaswal, Member of Parliament Jaswal ji, Atwal ji. So we've had access to the park, and you see, we're cramped up in this little room when we could actually be doing yoga and practicing yoga and speaking about yoga. And you witnessed all those programs that we were doing, for all those 10 years. And so we are somehow not being able to give access to that park. I did try again this year, but it hasn't sort of worked. So that's something that I'd like you to do. And we've had up to 1,000 people out there, and, practicing all different forms of yoga, and that would be really wonderful if we can reinstate that back. So thank you so much. I'd like to pass the mic. Would you like to come here?
First of all, I'm Simon Arnell. I'm the principal of Avanti House Secondary School. So Avanti House Secondary School is part of the Avanti School Trust, 12 schools across the country. But we are one of the few Hindu faith schools state funded. Our mission or vision is relatively simple but quite profound, and that's to create spiritually compassionate change makers in the young people that we teach in the school, but also the staff, and ripple out to the local community. And we do that based upon a relatively simple process which we call the tree of life. So we describe our roots, and our roots is the spiritual insight that we instill in everybody that walks through the school. And then we have the tribe. That's our character formation. And that's things like Duke of Edinburgh and our cadet force. But also how we use that to make sure that all of our students, through whatever they face, can face that and actually stand up. And as they grow in their 7 years of us, we then have educational excellence, the crown. And you might say that's something as simple as examination results. But actually, when we talk about excellence, We are talking about the ability to share. And what we're really thinking about is how do we grow that over time. And we are really unique, so we teach Sanskrit to all of our students. We have collective worship where we have Sangha and we have Kirtan. We bring that spiritual element. But constant throughout that is the teaching of yoga. So the students in our school, yoga is actually part of the taught curriculum. It's not a bolt-on, it's not an add-on in PE lessons, it's something that we actually teach. And from the age of 4 or 5, from the schools that feed into Avanti House, every single student therefore has lessons on yoga. Why do we do that? Well, we know that it's not just about the physical self, but it's about that spiritual connection. But we know every single young person and adult faces such challenges, whether that's the challenges through social media or the challenges of what life brings. And by doing yoga, it's about how they connect to themselves, they connect to their community, but also we encourage them therefore to fill that space, to be able to think about themselves in such a positive way. And we hope, and dearly hope, that when they leave the school, they continue to yoga, but also it's something in which they can really face the challenges in life. So we're really proud and thank you for the invite today, because it gives us a chance to showcase that schools across the country could potentially, if they actually taught yoga, could actually start to revolutionise how young people and our communities can see not just physical health, spiritual health, but mental health, which we all know is such a challenge. So thank you very much for the invite today. We have our esteemed yoga teacher with us today and some of our students. So I'm going to hand over.
So, would you still like us to do? We had 12 of us, 12 of our students that were going to give you a demonstration today, but there is not much room in this room. So maybe if 3 of you girls want to come out and we could squeeze some mats through here. I mean, it seems like everybody in the room really has a kind of a familiarity with yoga. Most of you are well-established practitioners, maybe some of you aren't, but these young people, this ability to connect to their intuitive wisdom at a young age, then all of the challenges that they're going to inevitably face, they're going to have this little reservoir of peace and of kind of stillness and clarity and discernment to go to. And yeah, as Mr. Arnell said, if we can get that into schools around the country, what a future we could have of children that live less divisively and more in peace. Come forward a little bit. All right, so part of, obviously, it was summer solstice yesterday as well as International Yoga Day, so we're going to practice 1 round of Surya Namaskar. So you can bring your palms together. So we're going to chant 1 time. I'll chant first, then we'll chant together. Om Surya Namaha. Arms up at Vastasana. And bring your palms through the center into Uttanasana. You can take a step back with your left foot and let your heart lift, look forward. Come back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And feel strength as you come to plank pose. Really press back through your heels. You can lower your knees down, come through Chaturanga to the ground, and then lift into Bhujangasana. Come back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your left foot forwards. Again, let your heart lift, look forward, and on your out breath, move into Uttanasana. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Again, let your heart lift, and bring your palms together. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Breathe in, arms lift. As you breathe out, forward fold into Uttanasana. Step your right leg back this time. And as you breathe out, back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. As you breathe in, come forward to plank pose. Press out through your heels. Lower towards the earth. And come again up into Anga. As you breathe out, back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then right foot stepping forward. Lift the heart. And then Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Breathe in, arms lift. Palms together. And bring your palms down. So stand onto your right leg, left leg into tree pose. And you can allow your gaze to focus on that non-moving point. And if you wish, arms can lift. Really feel steady. Get that sense of being grounded and rooted. Slowly bring your palms back to your heart space. Step your left leg back. Come into Virabhadrasana 2, bend your right knee. And again, just focus the gaze at the tip of your middle finger. Next time you exhale, come into Trikonasana. Right hand towards the chin. Feel the heart open. Allow your breath to be slow and smooth. Breathe in, rise up. And then again, stepping to the front of the mat, palms together. Take a full breath. Strong onto your left leg. Vrikshasana on your second side. Again, palms lifting. Feel that sense of both grounding and elevation, connecting to earth, connecting to spirit. Bring your palms through your center. Step slowly back with your right leg. Virabhadrasana 2 again as your left knee bends above the ankle. Let your gaze rest on that left middle finger. On your exhale, come into Trikonasana. Keep that top arm straight up. And as you breathe in, rise up, gaze to the front, and palms again back together.
Thank you very much, and it's much appreciated, and thank you for making the journey to Westminster. Now I'd like to ask from the High Commission of Uganda, Namisha Madhvani, to say a few words.
Honourable Blackman, lovely to see you again. Thank you. Namaste, how are you all? I'm High Commissioner of Uganda. My colleague has already spoken, so I'm not going to say a lot. Just want to let you know that in Uganda also we do yoga, and I think it's a wonderful exercise. I myself do exercise every day for 1 hour, and doing yoga and away from mobile phones, away from technology, away from people, do your 1 hour is very good. Just be yourself and let your body just heal by itself for 1 hour without thinking other people's issues, your own worries. Everybody has worries, everybody has problems. So I think it's very important that we have some time, 1 hour out of 24 hours a day, just for yourself. And as young people, I think it's a really good way to start your life, because you'll do it for the rest of your life. I think it's really important message. So congratulations, Excellency. I know that in Sri Lanka you already do all of this a lot, and our other colleagues who are here from Mauritius and India. But to all of you, Uganda is open. It's nothing to be scared about. It's a beautiful country. If you've not visited it, on the shores of Lake Victoria, source of the River Nile, it's open for tourism. If you young guys and old guy, everybody wants to climb and trek gorillas, please come and see the gorillas, our ancestors. If you don't want to do that, come to the Murchison Falls and see the beautiful River Nile, you know, where Gandhi's ashes were strewn at the source of the Nile and carried through down to Egypt. So the weather is beautiful all year round. You don't have snow, we don't have cold, you don't have to carry umbrellas all the time, you don't have to wear jackets all the time, you don't have to wrap up all the time, and you don't have to get almost naked out there because it's too hot. So we have 27, 28 degrees all year round. So Uganda is really welcoming. We've had turmoil years in the past, but you can see I was expelled and I'm back and I represent the country. That is a big honor and a trust where you have so many other representatives. And I know Honorable Bob Blackman looks after 90% of the Ugandans, Indians who were expelled from Uganda, and I think you've learned to eat dal, bhat, shak, rotli, all the rest of it, thali, etc. So the Ugandans in Uganda also, they love our foods, our culture, a lot of exchange. You already met my colleagues. You met Topista, she's here, Miriam Otengo, do a lot of work, and we're looking to do more with Parliament and all of you with Uganda. And you're more than welcome. Don't only go to neighboring countries, I not say the names, but please do visit us as well. It's all in the same area, so I think you'd all enjoy it thoroughly. And I think the young people, I'll let you know, Eltham College, lots of schools are now doing exchange programs with schools in Uganda, and they're staying in villages, and they're learning experience and exchanging experience. And we have a very, very strong relationship with India. So we're up a tripartite partnership between UK, India, and Uganda. So the President has already blessed that. So we'd like you all to be a part of that in every aspect. So it's not just politics, it's business, it's schools, it's education, it's fun, it's tourism. And we have the best tourism in the world. Uganda is heaven on earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency, the High Commissioner of Uganda. Our next speaker will be Pramit Makade on Zoom on integrative healthcare. He's a global ambassador based in Boston, US. Thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and namaste to everyone. Respected members of Parliament, honorable members of House of Lords, distinguished diplomats, respected scholars, spiritual leaders, experts, practitioners, and dear friends. It is truly an honor to be with you in you all at House of Parliaments in London, at the heart of British democracy, to celebrate the United Nations International Day of Yoga. This year's theme, Yoga for Healthy Aging, is very timely and very important. Today, the world is asking not only how we can live longer, but how we can live better, with mobility, with mental peace, social connection, purpose, and dignity. Yoga is not only an exercise, it is a complete science of life. In our Indian wisdom and tradition, yoga and meditation has given us 4 powerful truths, that is Shanti, Shakti, Yukti, and Mukti. Shanti is peace, Shakti is energy, Yukti is intelligence in action, and Mukti is inner freedom. This is the gift of yoga to the world. With the advancement of science and medicine, many children who are born after the year 2000 may live beyond 100 years, and many of us will also be having more than 100 years of life. But the real question is the quality of that life. And this is where yoga, meditation, Ayurveda, naturopathy, breathing practices, and Indian traditional sciences can make a major contribution. Through the Boston Center of Excellence for Health and Human Development and the Global Citizen Forum, we are working to bring Indian traditional wisdom together with modern sciences, and we are building AAA solutions, that is affordable, accessible, actionable, quality solutions for healthcare, mental health well-being, preventive care, and healthy aging. As many of you know, Boston is one of the most innovative cities on planet Earth. And in this Boston, Massachusetts ecosystem and in nearby area, there are more than 100 Nobel laureates till date. Now we have world-class institutes, we have great research centers and great innovators in this ecosystem. And this is where the powerful wisdom of Rishi and Rishikas of Indian traditional system can come together, and we can bring the modern medicine and traditional sciences together. And with that spirit, we have built a digital mental health and wellness platform called Relax Infinity under the leadership of Harvard MD Dr. Krishna Bhatt. And this Relax Infinity platform brings together yoga, meditation, breathing techniques, mantras, music therapy, mindfulness, and relaxation practices to support people who are suffering from stress, anxiety, sleep issues, loneliness, and emotional pressure. I am especially happy to recognize the important work of our parliamentary group, Indian Traditional Sciences, and its Secretary General Amarjit Bhamra's work and his group. His group has brought Indian traditional science into serious public discussion, policy conversation there in the United Kingdom. And this recognition should not remain only in the cultural or ceremonial sense, but it must move towards practical acceptance in preventative healthcare, mental health, wellness, healthy aging, and public health policy. Evidence-based traditional sciences should be studied, standardized, and made accessible in a responsible way so that the health insurance companies should start supporting there as well as here in USA and start paying for the validated protocols. Our larger vision is how to live happy, healthy, wealthy beyond 100. By wealthy, we meant wealthy in health, wisdom, purpose, and inner peace. I warmly invite all of you to Boston and to the USA to build this global collaboration and a real opportunity that is before us and to bring the best of the East and the best of the West together. Let us gather and celebrate this festival of yoga and this great International Day of Yoga, but I would request you to have a serious collaboration with us from the Houses of Parliament in London to the United Nations in New York, from Harvard University to Nalanda University and to AIIMS in India, and act together and build in India, UK, USA as one unit for promoting integrative medicine. May yoga bring Shanti to the world, Shakti to our lives, Yukti to our action, and Mukti to our consciousness. Once again, thanks a lot to Amarjit Bhamra and his team, and I request all of you to please start thinking of visiting America, and I will request my whole team to collaborate and visit UK as well in future. Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to invite the Honorable Tan Deshi, MP, to speak.
Thank you very much. A very, very good evening to all of you, and namaste. I hope that you've all had a wonderful day in Parliament thus far, and what a day to be in Parliament. It is a historic occasion, and there's a lot going on, and my apologies that I will only be here for just a short span of time because I've got to get back into the chamber. Because along with being the Member of Parliament for Slough, I'm also Chair of the Defence Committee, and we've got the Armed Forces Bill, which is being debated shortly. Well, look, I want to thank my good friend Amarjit Singh Bhamra. He, for the last few years that I have been a member of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Indian traditional sciences, he has done incredible work to make sure that again and again he has brought focus back on to this issue. So thank you very much, Mr. Bhamra, to your good self and all of the volunteers that make such events possible. I also want to thank my good friend, the Right Honourable John McDonnell MP, who has been chairing this all-party parliamentary group for several years. And I think before him, was also my good friend Vrinder Sharmaji, the former Member of Parliament for Ealing Southall. I met him downstairs, but he also gave tremendous leadership to this cause as well. And look, on the UN International Day of Yoga, I think it's important that everybody does appreciate the enormous impact that yoga and traditional medicines have for the health and well-being of individuals. Not just in terms of physical health, but also in terms of mental health and well-being as well. And that's where we can learn a great deal from the, not centuries old, but millennia old traditions, which are passed down from individuals. And being somebody of Indian heritage, I know that we have benefited enormously from yoga and from the practice of that. And it's important that we bring that knowledge to others around the world as well. So my sincere apologies. I had wanted to say a few more words, but because I can see that the presentation of the bills has now come up on the screen, the next item on the agenda is the Defence Armed Forces Bill, for which I need to go. So my sincere apologies, Chair, and to all of the esteemed panel and those who have joined online as well. More power to your elbow. Please, please keep propagating the enormous power of yoga and the power to bring people together, people from all walks of life, people from all backgrounds, regardless of background or gender or color or creed. People come together and they not only practice yoga, but they make friendships for life as well. So there are so many benefits to that. Thank you, Mr. Bhamra, for everything that you do. And with that, I will take your leave. My very, very best wishes to all of you. Namaste and a very, very good evening.
Tanmanjeet Singh ji, exceptionally brilliant that we've had the privilege of your darshan here. Your presence here means a lot to us. And you see the humidity, the weather. Can you please organize a room for us, at least on the terrace next year? May I please take this wonderful opportunity to invite one of our key speakers who've actually flown in all the way from Latin America, Chin Yao. And so he's an entrepreneur and founder of the global 1 billion random acts of kindness movement. So we're absolutely delighted and privileged that he's here with us this evening. Having already inspired more than 1 million acts of kindness, Chin is pioneering in an innovative ways to measure how compassion ripples through communities, elevating collective consciousness. So I'd like to please hand the mic over to Chin, and then please will you give us the honor of your wonderful message. Thank you.
Thank you, Amarjeet, and it's an honor to be here amongst so many distinguished guests. And so last year we, from Puerto Rico, I Love You, we have a nonprofit in Puerto Rico, and it's about spreading love, compassion, doing acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. And so last year we thought, like, wow, we are the most digitally connected age in the history of the world, but we're also the most humanly disconnected right now. Do we have to wait for devastation and disaster to be kind? And so we're thinking, how do we make kindness come back out? How do we inspire the inherent goodness out of everybody to come back out and to remind us all of our essence, which is love, and that we are all interconnected in one? And so how do we unite all of us, irregardless of politics, irregardless of religion? And it's through some small random acts of kindness. And so what we did is we wanted to create a movement to be able to make kindness go viral. So the first thing we did, we created a business card said, somebody did an act of kindness for you. Now pásalo pa'lante, pass it forward. Then we created an original song, an original music video. The song was called Pásalo Pa'lante to inspire people to do acts of kindness. The music video was a chain reaction of kindness. I did an act of kindness for Sister Jamini, and she does an act of kindness for Sister Rohini. And then we recruited 40 local Puerto Rican celebrities and influencers and famous athletes, all to be ambassadors for kindness. They all did acts of kindness, encouraged others to do the same. They went on top TV radio shows and inspired others to do acts of kindness. And this is about uniting people irregardless of politics. So I spent 6 months to meet all 78 mayors, and all 78 mayors joined this act of kindness. No governor meets all 78 mayors in 4 years. And then the school system, because there's bullying going on in school systems all around the world. So the Secretary of Education was inspired, and he obligated all 270,000 public school students, every teacher, every administrator, to join a week of kindness. All students did an act of kindness for each other and then handed a card. The teacher went home for homework and did it in the community. And then we had every movie theater show the music video. This became a top 20 hit song on the island. And then it culminated on November 11th at 11 a.m., 11 minutes, 100% of the top billboard company, 300 billboards on the island, all said Pásalo Pa'lante. So our small little island of Puerto Rico, we inspired over 1.1 million acts of kindness in 5 days and set a world record. Now what's amazing is this kindness actually was scientifically validated. The HeartMath Institute has a global consciousness project where they actually have global consciousness devices all around the world. And then what they found is like the critical mass of love, compassion, and kindness out there in the streets at that point in time registered the highest measurable network coherence possible. Okay, so what we decided is, wow, right now we've got wars in the world, and we're going to take what we did in Puerto Rico, and we're going to use that to inspire 1 billion acts of kindness in 195 countries all around the world in 3 months. We're going to declare November 1st to January 31st, these 3 months as Global Kindness Season. And we're hoping to be able to get, schools to kind of join us, and ministries of education, each country in the world, to all come together. We're recruiting media, local celebrities, influencers, and famous athletes in each country in the world to join during these 90 days to create a world record of inspiring over 1 billion acts of kindness and to create a shift in consciousness in the world. So this is what it's about. We'd love for all of you to join us. This room has the power to be able to make massive change. Okay, we've got multiple high commissioners here representing countries in Uganda, Mauritius, and Sri Lanka. That's like tens of millions of students going out doing acts of kindness. And then through the ministers, through the parliament members, we'd love to be able to get connected to the Minister of Education and the Commonwealth to inspire all of the to be out, to go out and do acts of kindness. So imagine like November, December, January, we're going to have all the world. 99% of the media most of the time is negative, right? Well, we're going to change that narrative. We're going to seize that power amongst all of ourselves and go out there when we're all doing acts of kindness in these 3 months. So anyways, it's an honor to be here. Grateful to be here. We'd love to have everybody's support. Do whatever you can. It doesn't cost any money to be kind and to spread that love and compassion. Our website is joinpasa.com, PASA.com. You can find me through Amarjeet or Sister Rohini, but I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
The amazing work that's been done around the world, and we're very happy to have him here with us this evening. May I please invite Sanjay ji, please.
Honorable members, distinguished guests and friends, it's a privilege to speak here in the House of Commons on this International Day of Yoga. In 2014, there were 183 scientific studies on yoga and healthy aging. But by 2025, there are over 1,200. So that proves that this is not just a wellness, it's not a wellness trend, it is more of a science now. And it is accepted in the allopathic medicine as well. So I'm an anesthetist and a lifestyle medicine physician, and I'm leading a lifestyle medicine project at WHO Collaborating Center in Imperial. And I want to make one case that yoga is not a soft practice sitting at the edge of healthcare. It belongs at the center of it because science has finally caught up. And this evidence shows that how much it has been accepted in scientific world as well. So in January this year, there was a paper assessed yoga against the WHO 4-pillar framework for healthy aging. And it found relevant across all the 4 pillars, improving cognitive capacity as well as physical capacity of the patients. And even when you compare to longevity science, the mechanisms, the final pillar of mechanism for longevity is, the key driver is chronic inflammation. They also call it as inflammaging. And there are papers shown that the inflammatory markers, interleukin-6 and all the other inflammatory markers have been reduced by doing yoga. So you can see the importance in longevity as well. And then there is independence itself as well. The falling of the patients are leading cause of injury related death in older adults in UK as well as globally. There was a systematic study last year which found yoga reduced incidence of falls by 34%. So now as a clinician, I value honesty as well here. So yoga is not a cure for all, but it works best as part of the broader lifestyle prescription alongside other pillars like nutrition, sleep, strength training, social connection, and also connectivity to the planet, planetary health. So in my field, in prehabilitation, in surgery, we prepare the patients who are going for elective surgery. We prepare them like we prepare for marathon. Similarly, yoga prepares us for the healthy living and for longevity. So let us treat yoga as a foundational healthcare, and it's evidence-based, it's accessible, and profoundly human. So let us age not with fear, but with strength, breath, and grace. Thank you, Grace. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunilji. Alex, you're here with us? Yes, please. Alex is here with us from the British Wheel of Yoga. As you know, British Wheel of Yoga are perhaps the largest yoga organization in the United Kingdom. We're very privileged to have Alex with us today.
Your Lords, Your Excellencies, ladies, gentlemen, students, good afternoon, everyone. I know it's so lovely to see you all, and I feel very privileged to be here today. So I joined and then trained to be a yoga teacher with the British Wheel of Yoga because of its reputation for excellence. The BWY is proud to be the bearer of the gold standard of yoga industry in this country, and this commitment to excellence in both the teaching and therefore the practice of yoga pervades through all our policies. We want yoga for all, so all can benefit from this amazing discipline. Through partnerships with charities, recent work with people with health conditions such as Parkinson's, work with schools and colleges, we are striving to achieve this. We are committed to remaining loyal to the roots of yoga and raising standards of yoga here in the UK. We are immensely privileged to have this platform with the All-Party Parliamentary Group, and I look forward to forging ahead with the links between yoga and the Indian traditional sciences. Thank you, Amarjeet, for organising this day and inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. We've had a very long-term relationship with the British Wheel of Yoga for many, many years, and I hope that we can come together again on many programs that we need to build together, like designing and working on green paper and stuff like that. So really like your help on that. Yes, thank you. Please may I take this opportunity inviting Nick Cream. Cream is here with us, and absolutely privileged, absolutely a delight. Nick is a social entrepreneur, connector, and the founder of the Blue Sky Network. So without saying too much, I'm going to give, and he's no stranger to a mic, I don't think, so I'll let you give us all a blast. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. What a wonderful event. I'm delighted to be here. For me, the act of kindness is something very special, because I believe that within each of us, we have good in us. We've not even discovered that. So this is a self-discovery for me. I realized I had many, many acts of kindness. I never recognized it. I think in all of us, we've got the ability to do good for people. I've always quote, I don't know, the older ones here might remember when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. Do you know what he said? Do you remember? Yeah, he said, "This is one step for man, giant for mankind." I believe that every act of good that you do, you might not think is important, but together it's a giant leap for humankind. That's why I want to support this. Now, the work I've been doing was with my old friend Nelson Mandela. What a name to drop. I created a tribute in this place in 1999, and I've collected over 700 handwritten messages in a House of Commons book of messages. And this year, on the 8th of July at Trafalgar Square, I'm involved in organising a concert, and I'm working with the Nelson Mandela Museum, where we're going to have an exhibition about Nelson Mandela at the museum here in London. Sorry, here at Central Hall across the road. Now, the reason I mention that, because for me, Nelson Mandela is a man of great humility and kindness. And I want to educate young people everywhere to think like Mandela, than less like some of the people that are running our broken world now. It's really important that we get a new generation thinking differently to the one that we've had already. Okay, so the idea is we've just launched a competition, which I've spoken to Chin about, and my friend Rahini, where we've invited school children from across the country to write a letter to Mandela, the kind of world that they would like to bring or see. And the competition, I hesitate to call it a competition, it's actually a participation. And we've already got thousands of children who've written a message to Mandela, the kind of world they'd like to see. It doesn't matter if you're in prisons, if you're in an institution, you're welcome to enter this competition. The aim is to create a new generation of young people who think differently. So, one day, an act of kindness by humanity will just be the norm. We won't have to have, campaigns like you're doing. It'll just be normal to act kindly. And it doesn't take any money to be kind. Some of the most generous things I've ever experienced come from some of the poorest people. I know billionaires who've given hundreds of millions of pounds to charity and aid, but I value more than the poor man that gives half of what he or she, or the woman has half of what she has. That, to me, is a genuine act of kindness. When you're a billionaire, you can give £100 million away, and it's not going to make any difference to your life. But when you give and you share your last glass of water with somebody, that is fantastic. I just also like to say, great to meet the Sri Lankan High Commissioner here. I'm a fellow Sri Lankan, sir. Yeah. So it's my mother country, gave birth to me. And in fact, I'm a patron of a charity called Their Future Today, which you might have heard of.
He's just left.
Oh, he's left, so mistaken. So, but I won't go on much longer because normally I need at least a minimum of 3 minutes just to get my name and address out here, and I don't want to bore you all. But I am really joyful to be in such company of such good people, and I'd like to thank my friend Rohini for inviting me and everyone else to give me the opportunity to rant on a bit. But let's go and change the world, let's make a difference, because we all have it within us to do so. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick. That was really wonderful. And I hope that we will have more opportunities to work with you and also your support and your guidance in the work that we're doing in the future.
Absolutely, I'm here. Collaboration is the key.
Thank you. Thank you. May I please take this opportunity of inviting Mr. Adarsh Upadhyay ji and also Ekalash Panji to come and receive, please stand here, our gift of mala for your presence here. These gentlemen have actually come from India, and we're very delighted to have you with us here today. Thank you, Chin. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Chin, please sit here. So may I take this opportunity? We're coming now to almost the end of our program, and I want to thank my sister, for the last 3 weeks, Rohini, and so we've come together, and I'm absolutely delighted that with her support and her cooperation, that a lot of you are here. So we need to, as Nick was saying, the future is cooperation, and I'm delighted to introduce you to Rohini. Rohini is a mother of 3, and she calls herself a professional hippie, former management consultant, working with people like Microsoft and BP and John Lewis and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so I'm grateful to have the marvelous opportunity and association with her today in this very historic day, and like to ask her to offer her presentation for the next 5 minutes.
Hello, everyone. So it's really nice for all of you to come today, and today I'm going to talk about my personal experience with yoga. And as I live with a professional hippie, I've surrounded yoga mats ever since I've been born. But so that's kind of led me now to kind of be hesitant towards it, as it's kind of been ingrained into me. But only recently I've realized that yoga isn't just about doing funny poses. It's about respecting nature and unity. So maybe I've been doing yoga every single day as I've been vegetarian my whole life. Thank you for listening, and this is my epic older brother Kush.
Thanks, Taig. My name's Kush, and I just wanted to talk to you today about kindness and how you can sort of find it in your everyday life. For me, that's through my 2 dogs, Lucky and Gracie, and how they sort of embody kindness in every aspect of their lives. For example, if I step on their tail by accident, they'll forgive me instantly, and they'll just show me more love. Another example, when I come home from school, they'll give me the proper hero's welcome, and they'll just jump up, try to lick my face. Another example, if I'm feeling down they'll come, cheer me up, giving me 100% of their presence. They won't be, for example, doom scrolling on their phone. And yeah, I think everyone could learn a thing or two from both of them. And if it were up to me, I would vote them both in for Parliament. Thanks. I'll hand over to my younger brother, Arnav.
Thank you, Kush. My name's Arnav, and I'm talking to you today about how I've been shown kindness. In the beginning of year 7, from year 7 to year 8, I tended to get into quite a few detentions, you could say, for things. And then in year 9, I got called in for a meeting, I just thought it was going to be any old meeting ranting about my behaviour, but in fact I was shown so much unconditional kindness and love. In fact, maybe want to enjoy school and in fact want to be kind to others. So that's why I kind of want to believe in this movement. And it just makes me wonder, if I wasn't shown that kindness, if I would still enjoy school as much as I enjoy today. Thank you all for listening, and this is my mum.
Invite us all to take a deep breath together. We are one, we are one, we are one. Another breath together. And I invite us to chant the continuous Om, the Om of unity. We are one, we are expressions of the divine, and we are all connected. So if you wish, you can join us. Sahana Navatu, Sahano Bonaktu, Sarviriyam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavati Tamastu, Mavir Vishvahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Peace and love within our hearts. Peace and love with each other. And peace and love with all living beings. Mama Gaia, our home. And my final closing thought is, I'm a mama of 3 epic teenagers. Yes, they did well coming today. I am officially the most embarrassing mum on the planet. So give them some love. But as a mama and also as representing Mama Gaia, it's the same thing. We say, just play nicely together. We're in one home. Support each other. Love each other. Your success is my success. Your pain is my pain. Your healing, I heal. So from Mama Gaia to all of us, let's just play nicely together and make it a world as beautiful as our hearts know is possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And in the meantime, while we do that, I'd like to introduce Dr. Shanta Godagama. Dr. Shanta Godagama has been a universal force in bringing Ayurveda to the West in the in the 70s. So I would like to request him just to speak for 3 minutes and to just speak about the role that he's played with HMAC, which is a Ministry of Health department where he has worked so profoundly. Dr. Shanta Godagama.
Okay. I think I don't need the mic. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah. Talking about my history, I'm here. I arrived here 8 years ago. The first ever work permit issued for Ayurvedic doctor to UK, and my task was to set up. It was an existing clinic at the time known as a Tillingham Naturopathic Clinic. That means the patients being treated acute and chronic problems by the physicians, complementary medical physicians from all over the world. So they brought me over from Sri Lanka to introduce yoga, Ayurveda, and meditation. So that was my task, and I set up the first ever yoga practice attached to the clinic. And also the lady from the Wheel of Yoga, I have employed a lot of practitioners from your organization at the time, and we trained them medically to the application of yoga on medical conditions. So, and also I invite you to organize the yoga profession to be more regulated profession, right? So what you call self-regulatory model, which I have done for Ayurvedic profession. I have set up the British Ayurvedic Medical Council following the government guidelines. So that was a part of my assignment, actually, as a founder of the Ayurvedic medical profession as a whole. But talking about the HMAC, I have been appointed to herbal medicine, for the MHRA, Medicine and Healthcare Regulatory Authority, by the Minister of Health at the time, because our task was to comply with the European directive, that means traditional use directive for herbal medicinal products. That was about nearly 20 years ago, because I must tell you, before the 20 years, it was herbal medical sector was unregulated profession or unregulated sector in the UK. So people sold so many products and with health claims on them. So now, with the setup of the HMAC, Herbal Medicine Advisory Committee, attached to the Medicines and Healthcare Regulatory Authority, our job was to bring the regulation and properly checked up medicinal products to the open market, over-the-counter products like Boots or Holland and Barrett's. You can see the Ayurvedic medical products or Western herbal medicinal products under the THR label, Traditional Herbal Registration. So that is the safety, efficacy, and quality of the medicine has been well tested. So therefore, it is being guaranteed now. It is a law in the UK that you cannot sell any herbal medicinal products without a license. So therefore, that we have achieved, and during my time, 15 years, originally they appointed me for 5 years. They extended my time for up to 15 years. And during my time, we have licensed more than 500 herbal medicinal products, the Western, Chinese, and Ayurvedic. Very few Chinese and Ayurvedic, I must say. I'm sad to say that, because it is a quite exhaustive process of entertaining the applications by the MHRA. So that was my task, and we have achieved that. And so I'm glad to be here, and thank you very much for everybody. And then nice to see you all, and we'll see you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we have Sukadev ji? Is it possible that he can come online?
Yeah, so I'm Renu. I have masters in yoga therapy, and I'm teaching yoga in UK since 2009. I teach all sort of yoga like pregnancy, postnatal, and normal yoga for health. And what I found that Yoga Nidra, I think everybody must be knowing what is Yoga Nidra. It has a remarkable effect, and my students, they have said they really get benefited. So what I want to say here that let's practice first, because yoga is 99% practice and 1% is theory. So let's start a very small Yoga Nidra practice. Everyone sit comfortably, close your eyes. So Yoga Nidra is a practice where you explore different part of your mind, like conscious, unconscious, and subconscious. So in Yoga Nidra, what it does, it takes you to the subconscious state. And in that state, the teacher asks you to take sankalpa, because your subconscious mind of the state is very obedient. Whatever you say, it listens to that. Otherwise, conscious is very logical. You don't listen. So that is the main aim of Yoga Nidra, that you take your mind to that state and just take sankalpa or whatever you want that is very close to your heart, heartfelt sankalpa. And it definitely comes true, that what is said. So close your eyes and just focus on your breathing. Bring your attention to your abdomen. Inhale and exhale, and see the movement of your abdomen. When you inhale, it goes up. As you exhale, it goes down. Focus for a few moments on your breath. Now slowly bring your focus to your heart. It's a very quick practice. It takes some time, but here, just bring your focus to your heart and make any resolve which is very close to your heart. And repeat mentally 3 times. Now slowly bring your focus to your feet. Relax your feet, calf muscles, knees, thighs, hips, buttocks, abdomen, lower back, upper back, shoulders, right shoulder blade, right elbow, right palm, right thumb, first finger, second, third finger, fourth finger of the right palm. Relax your left shoulder blade, left elbow, left palm, left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger of the left palm. Relax your shoulders, neck, chin, lips, nose, eyes, forehead, top of the head relaxes. Now focus on your internal organs. Relax your brain, jawbone, soften your tongue, windpipe, rib cage, lungs, stomach, hip joints, knee joints, supporting bones of the leg. Your whole body is relaxed. Now slowly bring your attention to the sounds around you. Any kind of sounds, sound from far, sound near to you. If you focus, you can hear the sound of your breath. As you inhale, it sounds like so. As you exhale, it sounds like hum. Focus on your breath, so hum, for a few seconds. Now slowly bring your focus to your eyebrow center and hear the sound Om. Sarvesham swastirбhavatu, Sarvesham shantirbhavatu, Sarvesham purnam bhavatu, Sarvesham gam bhavatu, Sarve bhavantu sukhina, Sarve santu niramaya, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, Ma kaschit dukh bhag bhave. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now slowly bring your focus to your heart and repeat your sankalpa, your resolve which you have made in the beginning. And see them, they are manifesting in you. And this is the end of the short practice. Slowly, slowly move your fingers, move your feet, and blink your eyes. So this is a very short Yoga Nidra, and generally you lie down so you feel more relaxed. Here you are not relaxed at all, you are sitting, so you're holding your body so you don't feel relaxed, but this is the practice. The idea of Yoga Nidra is your body is at deep rest, your mind is very relaxed, but is very aware and awake. So if you say something to your mind, or it's very receptive at that state. So it brings very deep relaxation in your body. And this is the whole aim of yoga, Yoga Nidra in modern age, because everybody is like sleeping problem, or you have stress, or even if you want to transform yourself for your development is very good, because you explore the deeper layer of your mind. So this is what I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So wonderful, bringing the whole program to almost an end. I believe there is Helen here this afternoon. Helen, do you want to come and give us a demonstration of your wonderful knowledge for the next 3 minutes, please? Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. a very super short. Now we're very nicely relaxed in our minds to come into our bodies. We've been sitting for a long time, so our necks, our shoulders might need some love. So place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, if you'd like to join me. And just take 3 long breaths. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth, your choice. 2 more. Breathing in. See if you can feel your heart beating. Feel your breath moving. Just 1 more. From here, bring your chin towards your chest and then just gently roll your head side to side. And notice how that feels. If there's a point that feels like a nice stretch, you can linger there for a moment before you move on. So maybe draw a little circle with your nose all the way around. And back the other way. If you're hearing some Rice Krispies in the back of your neck, you're probably not alone with that. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And again. 1 more. We will simply place the hands at the heart. There's so much more we could do, but we'll take it there. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. We have a representative from SBI here today. I wanted to take this opportunity of thanking SBI, State Bank of India, for partnering with us on this occasion here. Thank you so much. If there's somebody here from them, could you please come forward and maybe say a few words? Okay, so do you have any idea why we do these programs here in the Parliament? Do you have any idea?
It's very significant place and message goes globally when we celebrate.
Yes. Any other ideas? The purpose of the existence of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Indian Traditional Sciences is to basically look at the possibility of how we can bring NHS, Ayurveda and yoga into the NHS. That is the whole role. And it's a very difficult task. There are many other battles that you can get involved in and maybe win them, but this is perhaps one of the most challenging battles that we have, because we are up against a huge monopoly, so a huge organization. And so to talk about the philosophy and the benefits of yoga, and to talk about the philosophy and the benefits and the culture of Ayurveda is very difficult, because we are living in a completely different part of the world than to perhaps say India and Southeast Asia, where it's a norm. And we have to speak about the benefits of yoga and about the benefits of Ayurveda in the language that the National Health Industry can understand, the Department of Health can understand, the government of UK can understand. So it's a very challenging task, and I ask all of you who are here to please leave me with your name and your contact, because we need to do this together, and I can't do this with just 2, 3, 4, 5 people. We are very blessed to have we've had some formidable speakers, from the Houses of Parliament. We've had some formidable speakers from the various diplomatic missions. But at the end of the day, somebody has to do the work, and the work is not like writing or reading. The idea is really to brainstorm and to come together and to look at the ways of how we can move forward. As a fraternity of yoga and a fraternity of Ayurveda. So that is really the mission. So I'm obviously so glad that you're here. And without your presence, this program would not be possible. But we really need to also have a look at something that we organize every year, and that's called the EDM, Early Day Motion. It's tabled by this year. It's tabled by the Right Honourable John MacDonald, the MP for Hayes and Harlington, who's the chair of this group. And so if you just go into your internet and this evening or tomorrow, please have a look at EDM Yoga 2026, EDM, Early Day Motion. And there you will read what the Parliament is saying to the government. And the only way that can actually, move forward is you have to find out your local MP and write to your local MP and say to your local MP how important it is for you, like you individually, to have yoga in your surgery, in the National Health Service, because it benefits you. It's a non-invasive medical approach. It's a system that's been around for some. It's a preventative medicine. And so you need to encourage your local MP, and so your local MP can then sign the EDM. And so if there are a certain amount of signatures, for that EDM, then we can take the whole early day motion for a debate. Can you imagine that, we are like, this parliament is over 1,000 years old, yes? And they debate everything here, politics and cars and ships and, regulations. But, there has never, ever been a debate on what we are discussing here today, which is the debate on yoga and a debate on Ayurveda and a debate on traditional medicines. Why not? Why is there no debate? I mean, if I'm standing here before you and you see I wear my dastar, my turban, and you see people who are here who don't wear a turban, and you see people here from very many different approaches of life, when it comes to food, when it comes to dressing, when it comes to even your spiritual or your religious beliefs. So we have that freedom of choice. Why we don't have freedom of choice for our own health and our well-being? So we have to, we have to stand up. We have to raise, our voice. And the best way we can do this is because Ayurveda and yoga are medicine systems of compassion. So we can't fight. We don't want to go on the streets and fight. We want to just very humbly approach our members of parliament. You saw we had parliamentarians here today who themselves are practicing yoga. So it's something that I would really humbly request all of you to please go onto your internet, have a look at EDM Yoga 2026 and read the wording, which has already been tabled. We did that here about 3 weeks, before today. So that's already there. So all you have to do is discover your MP and please ask him to sign that EDM. And of course, the other thing is that don't please just think that, every year we have a International Yoga Day celebration here. It takes a lot of time and a lot of resource. And, for me and to have an opportunity to put this together, it takes 1 month completely, leaving aside all my activities, all my work, all my family life, just to put this together because there's so much involved. And I really want, other wonderful souls that are here, and to come forward and say, yes, well, what is it that we can do? Because yoga is for mankind. No? It's not for Sikhs. It's not for Hindus. It's not for Buddhists. It's not for Christians. It is for humankind. So we have to leave this as a legacy for our future generations. If we don't leave this intact now, then and you already see, how many different ways, you see, hot yoga and dog yoga and cat yoga. All this is coming through. The whole idea is that people want to just, commercialize everything that we're doing and just to make money. But we need to keep the tradition alive. There's a Patanjali yoga that has to live, and that's what we have to make sure that our children, their children, and their future, that we retain this, this very sacred knowledge, for the future. And I also want to, just before we finish, I think there's just one more speaker on my list. And otherwise, then, we've, I think, bought more or less everything. There's one very important thing. So every year we have about, a few people who we identify and who we honor with Pacific Awards. So this year we have 6 such people, and I want Dr. Godgama just to really read out the names of these very special people, and then we can offer them these certificates. So these are the All Party Parliamentary Group Integrative Health Global Ambassador recognition, and the first recognition goes to
Honorable Tom Mullins.
And then with the Indian traditional sciences, we include Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha medicine systems, homeopathy, and Sangeetam. So the next award is for Homeopathy Ratna, that goes to
Dr. Karine Lenga.
And the next award for Integrative Healthcare Global Ambassador is to
Honorable Pramit Markodi.
Thank you. And also, with Indian traditional sciences, you encapsulate Jyotish and Vastu. So we have the next award for Jyotish Ratna awarded to
Vishwanath Prasad.
Thank you. And we have a very interesting award this year also in the field of yoga, Yoga Ratna for
Swami Suryananda Saraswati Amadio Bianchi.
Thank you. And finally, we have Integrative Healthcare Global Ambassador Award to one of the souls who is sitting in this room, who has been, undividedly helping and assisting the efforts of the All Party Parliamentary Group, and his name is
Councillor Darshan Singh Nagi. At least you are here. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Panakuku.
Thank you.
Yeah, so please, we have Swamiji with us, Swamiji Amadio Bianchi. He's been sitting very patiently in Germany. Swamiji, would you like to please make a small presentation? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honored members of Parliament, beloved friends, and all who gather today in the spirit of yoga. Namaste, Sat Shri Akal, buongiorno. It fills my heart with profound joy to be with you again in this great nation, and humbled by the gift of the Yoga Ratna. This honor is not mine alone. It belongs to every soul across the earth, which has ever unrolled the mark, stilled their breath, and turned inward in search of truth. I have no words to express my gratitude to all party, parliamentary group, Indian traditional science.
You said somebody want to say something.
I am deeply moved that all party, parliamentary group of Indian traditional sciences stands alongside the Hindus across this United Kingdom of every faith, every background, every generation. To turn to God for their health, their resilience, and their peace of mind. That is the miracle of this timeless wisdom. It belongs to all. As you know, the world is tired. The world is anxious. The world is seeking your answers. The seeking, not with doctrine, but with bread. Not with division, but with union. So that after all is what the world means, huge to unite. May this gathering plant seeds of healing that grow far beyond this room. may the light of this ancient science continue to shine in Great Britain and in every corner of our shared world. In conclusion, I want to offer a sacred thank you to the architect of yoga and Indian traditional sciences in politics, whether it is UK or Europe. My great friend Amarjit Singh Bhandra. Thank you, Amarjit, with love, with blessing, and with gratitude. Jai Yoga, Jai Hind.
So I'd like to please thank you, Swamiji, to join us from Germany. So please may I ask Dr. Shanta Kodugama to offer a vote of thanks. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. My vote of thanks firstly goes to our dear friend Amarjit Bhamra for organizing a wonderful event. And secondly, all the MPs, lords, and excellencies presented over here, and we are very grateful for the support they have given to us today. And finally, all of you, representing the whole Vedic sciences, I can say Vedic sciences, whether it's Ayurveda, yoga, or meditation, all emerged from India and Sri Lanka. And so we are very grateful for every one of you at given so much support by attending this event. But this one, I'm going to say, I don't think Amarjit will be happy for me to say this, because I have known Amarjit for more than 25, 30 years. He's been working on these projects tirelessly and using his own finances. He's not a rich man, so he has passion from his bottom of heart for promoting these sciences. I feel we all individuals contribute something towards him. So I think it is our duty that I do personally every time I come here, because for his support for our tradition. Here we don't get any funding. He is not getting any funding for being a secretary to the APPG, and he is giving so much his time for this cause. So we must appreciate, we must pay him back something, right? Yeah. So please do it personally, and this is not a registered charity. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kodugama.
Just a brief introduction. I am Drashti Patil, certified yoga instructor, and I'm today guiding you through the Om chanting. Short brief about Om. The Mandukya Upanishad, the principal Upanishad from Atharva Veda, explaining about the Om. And Om is understood by the three elements, A, O, and Ma. A represent the waking state of consciousness. O represent the dreaming state of consciousness. And Ma represent deep sleep. Afterward, the silence. Silence is a pure consciousness beyond waking, dreaming, and deep sleep conscious state. So let's practice Om. So we practice Om in a first A-kara 3 times, O-kara 3 times, Ma-kara 3 times, and after that A, O, and Ma all together 1 time. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Bring all the attention to your breath. Akara, inhale. 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 Okara. Inhale. 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 Makara. Inhale. 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 All together, inhale. Place one palm on your chest, one palm on your belly. Feel your breath. Feel the vibration of Omkara. Gently open your eyes and relax. Om Shanti.
Great, thank you. We see you back here in late October, November for the Ayurveda Day. Thank you.